Hey everyone, what's going on? And welcome back to episode number 2 of this Angels franchise. Today we are here for a full uncut game of opening day at the Houston Astros and versus Hunter Brown. I've made a couple changes here just before we quickly jump in. This will be our starting lineup on day one. Hunter Brown is a righty. So we'll have Nolan Shotwell, Mike Trout, Josh Lowe, Joe Adell, Zach Neto, Yohan Moncada, Logan O'Hoppe, Jorge Soler, and Oswald Peraza as our starters. There is a chance that Christian Moore does hop in today and play a little bit as we go. For the pitching rotation, we don't have any long relievers, so we'll have to fix that a little bit later. We'll have Jose Soriano as our ace for now. Kikuchi, Rodriguez, Detmers, and Mitch Ferris has made the team. Someone who, of course, we played with in the last episode and was super exciting. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this. Alrighty, here we go. Opening day in Houston. The roof is open. The sun is out. We got to fly over. It is a beautiful day for some opening day baseball. And I think this first game is going to be a really, really big test for us, to be completely honest. This Houston Astros team is going to be quite solid, of course. I think, yeah, it'll be a bit of a struggle, I think, for us. I'm not going to lie, to start this one off. I have the games lined out that I want to play in full for this season, and we'll probably hop into some player lock games as well as we go, as well as look at our farm system as well, and how those guys are doing. There's not a ton of super exciting prospects in the farm system as of for right now, so I think we won't do a ton of that this year. We'll maybe probably do one max, I think. So looking at our projected leaders, Nolan Shotwell is expected to lead our average with only a 256. That's low. And then Trout on OPS, Trout on homers, Adell on RBIs, Neto on stolen bases, and Trout on WAR, 4.5. So we'll see. We'll have to compare these to the end of the year and where we actually end up, maybe, and see how this team looks in the end of the year as well. Alrighty. Playing off against the Astros, of course, as a Mariners fan, I do not like the Astros. They're our number one rivals. Of course, number one rivals, I believe, for the Angels. I want to say the Dodgers. We do play them at least once this year. I know we play them at home, guaranteed. So we will definitely be playing that game. Of course, that could be a bit of a blowout, but you never know. Baseball's a crazy sport. You can never know what could happen with the next coming pitch. So leading off here, we got Nolan Shotwell. Alrighty, waiting for the first pitch. We do have quick counts on, and first pitch from Hunter Brown, and we are underway, and that's definitely one I should have swung at. Not great. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to get great contact on that, to be completely honest. 2-2 count. Ooh, what a pitch from Hunter Brown. Wow. That was a phenomenal pitch. So, looking at our starting lineup, that's exactly what we've just looked at before. Then on the bench, Moore, Darno, and then a couple other players as well. All righties on the bench as of right now. So we'll have to see. That will be something we will be considering at the deadline as well. Maybe potentially, if we're not, we won't be trading for any big players, but potentially trading for some more lefties. Because this is a very right-hand batting heavy team. Trout takes the first one inside. We do have Trout batting second here. This lineup will probably change up quite a bit as he gets brushed out again there. 2 pitches in a row. 3-1 count here to Mike Trout. And here comes the deal from Brown. Oh, man. Just got way too far under that. Just got way too under that, unfortunately. 2 outs. Josh Lowe coming up. He only hit 220 last year. Hopefully we can change that around. Just looking at his stats here. He's got really solid contact versus righties. And he's got decent speed and a really good steal, so hopefully he'll be one that will be a solid player for us. It'll be interesting to see where he fits into this lineup, I think. I'm not honestly sure where he will. Looking at this, as he grounds one to second, and that will get through, and that is the first hit of the year coming from Josh Lowe, just kind of a dribbler off the end of the bat into right field, and we got a runner on. And that will bring up Joe Adell with 2 outs, 1-1 count, Hunter Brown. Decent speed on first. We're not going to push anything just yet. We do have auto base running on as well. I believe we should do. So that will, of course, if they want to steal, they can steal then. I don't control that. And that one is left right down the middle, and that is crushed into the gap. And that could score a run. Josh Lowe, as they fumble it in center field, Josh Lowe will round third. He will score. And Joe Adell gets a 2-out RBI double to put the Angels on the board first. Wow. That was a really, really bad pitch from Brown. He just left that one right down the middle. I can't even tell you what that was, whether that was a sinker or a sweeper, or I don't even know what he has. It's a 12. Okay, apparently it was a 12-6 curve. Didn't have a ton of movement on it, but Zach Neto up now as he watches strike 2. Runner on second with 2 outs. Hunter Brown up to 21 pitches already here. And he deals 2-2 inside. Of course, Neto was a first-round pick back in 2022. See, we got a 3-2 count here against Hunter Brown. What are we going to get? And that was not one to swing at, but we do anyway. Inside fastball, or sinker, I believe that was actually. But Joe Adell comes up clutch and gets us our first run of the game. When I was doing some practice with this team, I had noticed that they were a bit more of a power-related team, whereas they hit more homers than they do off of just throwing or just hitting around the bases, essentially. So I'm happy to see that that's our first run, is exactly what I did not expect. Jose Soriano, though, he had a 4.26 ERA last year, 140 whip, 152 strikeouts. The strikeout rate was 21%, so pretty solid overall. 10-11 record as well. So we'll see how he can stack up versus this very solid Astros lineup. The first pitch is absolutely smoked already, and that will be... he is going to go for 2. He should get it. It's high speed. Jeremy Pena comes through with a leadoff double. So Astros already responding here. Don't need to watch that. Alright, Yordan Alvarez. We're going to try the splitter here, away. Kind of mid-zone. No, not there. 2-1 count against Yordan. One of the scarier guys to play against, for sure. Soriano deals. And that is strike 2. We're going to go with the sinker again. Sinker away. See if he'll bite on it. And he does. But it's straight to third, and that will be the first out of the inning. The runner stays a second. Looking at the Astros lineup here, we got Pena, Alvarez, Paredes, Walker, Altuve, Correa, Diaz, Myers, and Cam Smith. And then they have a couple lefties on the bench you could see come in if we pull in a right or pull in someone else later on in the game if need be. So Isaac Paredes. That's a ball. Up next. That was pretty close. I'm not going to challenge it, though. Good call there. I really don't want to throw a fastball right there. And the throw to third. He is safe. Jeremy Pena with the stolen base. Decent pop time on Logan O'Hoppe. That is a new attribute this year in the game. So not bad, but Pena, man, that guy is quick. Throw this one away as well on 3-2, and that will be a run for the Astros, and that will tie it up. We'll take the force out at first, but we are back to a tie game, so straight back to square one as Pena scores. Get the projected average leader. I think it was Jacob Wilson. We expect to have like a 302 or 301. Christian Walker now. And 1-1 is low. I think when I've just been practicing with Soriano, I've noticed his control is a little bit all over the place sometimes, for sure. And that one is hit quite well. Going back towards right field, and that one will be caught by Adell. And he's got it in foul ground, and that will bring an end to the bottom of the first, here on opening day. Astros get 1 hit, 1 run, and no players left on. Alrighty, leading off here, Yoan Moncada. One of our lefties here. And, man, I saw that 12-6, and I got a little bit too excited there on that 12-6, unfortunately. Hunter Brown, of course, looking for a bit of a response inning here. Both pitchers will be here in the second. Try and go a little bit deeper in the game, hopefully, for them. Will be the goal. Logan O'Hoppe up there, about a 218 last year, so not great. Still a younger player, too, so got a little bit of development left in him. As that one is low.
I mean, it was a strike. Fans aren't wrong. Man, that was close. Oh, it's that 12-6 again, man, and that one is crushed, though. To right field, going back, gone. Logan O'Hoppe goes off Otako, and he gets a solo shot. I did not think that was enough to get it off there. Only 96.4 off the bat, brought it 354 feet. Maybe they got those fans on behind home plate again like they did a couple years ago in the playoffs. They just turned it on for the wrong team. Logan O'Hoppe gets the first homer of the year. I honestly don't know how he just hit that other way. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I thought that was just going to be a routine flyout. There's something about this game that's different from last year's with depth perception, I find. Just kind of seeing how far the ball actually goes is what I've noticed. It's a little bit harder to see. Anyway, Jorge Soler, 1-1 count. And that one will be grounded foul. Is that Correa playing third for them? Or is he playing short? He should be playing short. No, he is playing third, isn't he? We'll see him in the next inning as well. Of course, he got traded from the Twins. Jorge Soler. 1-2 count. Brown deals. And that should be a pop-out. Oh, maybe. There was a big shift on, but they still managed to run it down. Oswald Peraza. Only hit 164 last year with 5 homers, 20 ribbies. I don't think he got a ton of playing time last year. 2 outs, though, for Hunter Brown. Ooh. Inside. He seems to be struggling with his inside control as well. He's made a couple players jump out of the way. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Delivering his 38th pitch. Hunter Brown. And got on top of that one. Grounded over to Pena at short. And... oh, he beat it out. He beat it out. What a run from Oswald Peraza. Base hit. That is a big mistake from Pena, I would say. I don't know if he just didn't move it or get it out of his glove quick enough or what, but he definitely wasn't quick there. But oh, I don't know if he beat that actually. I'm not sure if they can challenge that, but I don't think he beat that, to be completely honest. But 86 feet over there on first, so a little bit of pace now. As Nolan Shonwell will hit it straight to second, and that will be the final out. But Logan O'Hoppe goes yard opposite field for the first homer of this regular season. I'll say that. I was going to say first homer of the series, but first homer of the regular season. Alrighty, Jose Altuve now. With a 1-1 count, Soriano only threw 18 pitches there in the first, and Altuve will rip it into center. And we will get it straight back in. I believe that's Trout playing center for us. But they once again start with the runner on. Carlos Correa is the next batter. Hit and run is what is expected here. No runner there. No, we're not getting them at second. We'll just take the force at first. Unfortunately, Altuve's a little bit too quick, and that ball was not hit nearly hard enough to get the double play. So we'll take one over getting none of them. Okay. Away slider, away in the zone at least. And that one is hit, but foul. And low splitter. I quite like that call. Deals. Grounded to short once more. Altuve stays at second. We will take the out at first. 2 outs. Runner on second for the Astros. We will take that same pitch again, and if we can get there, that'll be the 3rd out. That is good because I think Altuve would have gotten home, but we survived the second inning. They leave 1 on, they get 1 hit, and we got 2, 3, 4, Trout, Lowe, Adele, and coming straight up. Looking at the projected leaders once again, we've already seen this, to be completely honest. Our projected record, though, I didn't know before, is 72-90, which would put us last in the division. Being last wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Getting a solid draft pick is kind of the main goal of this season, and really starting the rebuild. Of course, that'll start this season, but the rebuild will really kick into gear once we get drafting this year or next year. Mike Trout up now against Hunter Brown. Trout has decent power and contact versus righties. Which you don't see a ton for right-handed batters. It's generally, either much better against the opposite arm. As Trout swings straight through that one, my PCI was way too low. That's one thing I need to work on quite a bit here in this series, especially on this game, as we go down swinging. That was a phenomenal pitch from Hunter Brown. Pitch. I like this graphic. Pitch arsenal usage today. There, fastball 32%, sinker 32%, 12-6, 23%. That's where we've gotten half our hits off that 12-6. So Josh Lowe is the one who is up now. Of course, he got the first hit of the game. Wow. Swings straight through it. That was a lovely pitch. 1-2 count. Hunter Brown maybe settling in a little bit here. He's already at 51 pitches. And that one will be fouled back. He's really pitching us low here. And here comes the 1-2. And that one is smoked. Down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It goes off the foul pole. Josh Lowe, solo shot. And that was a big mistake from Hunter Brown. And as soon as we said he might be getting into gear, Josh Lowe goes and smokes one down the line for another solo shot. And that puts the Angels up 3-1 here on opening day. Man, he just got a hold of that and ripped it. Oh, you can hear the ding and everything. Yeah, fastball right down the middle. I'm not going to miss on too many of those. 1-1 count to Joe Adell, and he will sky that one. And that will be the third out of the inning, assuming he catches it, and he does. Actually, no, sorry, that was only the second. I guess that would make sense. Zach Neto is the next one up. He struck out his first time up. See if he can do any better here. Brown deals on a 1-1 count, 2 outs. Fouled off on that 12-6. That 12-6 is so tempting, even if it's going that low. We'll take time here. Grab a little bit of breather. Brown about to throw his 60th pitch of the game, hoping to get him through the third. No, not quite. He will throw another one, because that was ball 2. That was a long way away. Brown on the 2-2. Fouled off by Neto. Was that going to be a strike? I think it was. Just barely it would have been. I'm expecting a high fastball here. He's thrown a lot of slower pitches. And there was. High fastball, and we were not ready for it. I even said it too. But anyway, Josh Lowe comes up big, and we have runs in each of the first 3 innings, putting us up 3-1 here against the Astros. That was just absolutely smoked. Wish I could go back and see how fast that was off the bat. Cam Smith, though, is up. Is Soriano on 34 pitches already. He gets a swing and a miss on pitch number 35. We'll try and get him to bite here on the inside pitch. Not quite. This whole jump out of the way. Not a ton of fastball usage here from Soriano thus far. As he deals, and we'll go to 3-2. He wants the slurve. We go a little bit higher. Can Soriano keep the slurve in the zone? That one is crushed to center field. Moving back is Trout, and he's got it. I love the fan heckling this year. I feel like it could get a little bit tiresome, but I love it. All right, back to the top of the order. Pena's 1 for 1 thus far, and he will be 2 for 2 as he smokes one into the outfield. Would not be shocked if we see him stealing as well. We'll probably check up on him here. We're going to throw over to first. Nothing there, though. Just in case. I'd much rather be throwing a low fastball here, to be completely honest. Yeah, and he's going. And it's very slow getting up, Logan O'Hoppe, and he will be safe. Did they call that a strike, that pitch? Alright, I'll take it. Throw the sinker away, see if we can get anything with that. And that is smoked. Up the middle, base hit, and that should be a run. We'll throw home. Oh, and they're going to second. Oh, that is a massive blunder. That is a huge blunder for me. So now it's 3-2 with a runner on second. Yordan Alvarez on second. I don't believe he's all that quick though, so we should be safe for now. Stealing wise, nope. Isaac Paredes is now up. He's 0 for 1. He got the RBI early though, which tied the game in the bottom of the first, and that will be a big fly to Joe Adell. There'll be no tag. We'll throw to third anyway. We'll keep Yordan over there at second. So 2 outs now for Christian Walker. He's going to be seeing our sinker here inside. Nothing quite there. Okay, low splitter. I'm going to go a little bit lower than what he suggested, and we'll take that as a strike. Strike 2. I'm going to throw a lone away fastball. He does not bite. 3-2. Deals to Walker. Hit to third, and we got it all handled. That is the third out. But Yordan Alvarez clutches up and gets them a run. Got 2-1 ball game. Hits are 5-4 in favor of the Angels. All right, leading off, Yohan Moncada for us. He grounded out in his first at bat in the top of the fourth here. Hunter Brown still staying in, of course. He'll probably get another inning or two, I'd guess. Yohan Moncada, 2-1, right down the middle. I definitely should have bid on that. I don't like these more inside pitches, though. I struggle to get very good contact on them. So if I can get something a little bit away and in the strike zone, that will be much nicer. 2-2, high fastball. I feel like he's just got such a. I feel like that fastball just feels so slow, like almost the pace of his other pitches. So that's why I feel like it's going to drop. That sinker is low, and we got a 3-2 count. 3-2 from Hunter Brown, 69th pitch of the game for him, and that is grounded up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Yohan Moncada. And we are back on base. And that will bring up Logan O'Hoppe. He, of course, had that weird homer there. You can see it. That second pitch is the ball he hit out somehow. Anyway, 1-1. He's going to pitch that 12-6 away again. Of course, that is the same pitch that he did hit out of here. He hit 19 homers last year, so decent power on him. We'll see what he can do this year. He's hitting 7th for now. I think he'll most likely move up the order, probably into, if we trade a bigger name or anything like that who's currently at the top of the order, he will most likely fit into a 2nd or 5th spot maybe. Probably move up to 6th at some point as well. We're going to take time. Take a bit of a breather here. 3-1 is the count from Hunter Brown. He will deal and foul it off on the fastball. I think that still would have been a strike. Oh, no, it really wouldn't have. Never mind. I really should let that go. Anyway, 3-2, no outs from Hunter Brown. That is pulled over to third and should be a double play. And they get it. That is disappointing. Those outside pitches I really seem to like with O'Hoppe. Just did not quite work out this time. Jorge Soler is the next batter up. Hunter Brown throwing his 78th pitch now, and that is another 12-6 hanging right over the middle of the plate, and that will be a single for Jorge Soler on the first pitch he sees. Man, that 12-6 is, he just seems to really be struggling with control. He seems to be putting it a little bit higher, I'm guessing, than he wants it. He probably wants it lower, I would assume, as Oswald Peraza is now up. He singled in his last at-bat. 1-1 is the count. There's that 12-6 he was probably looking for on that last pitch against Soler, who is not very quick. 2-1 count. There's that 12-6 again. They got 2 in the bullpen. They have King and Sosa, 2 lefties warming up. So that is a spot where I could look at making a change potentially if they'd bring one of them in a little bit later in the game for a pinch hitter. For Christian Moore, potentially, getting him his season debut. 3-2 pitch, fouled off from Peraza. We're really running up Brown's pitch count here. We've run it up 25 after this pitch in this inning here. So this will probably be his last inning of work. And he draws ball 4. And that will bring up the top of the order once more. Do they keep him in? They do, to face Nolan Shawnoel. Bit of an interesting one, I think, especially because he is running up the pitch count, and it is a righty versus a lefty now. Lefty batter. So interesting call when you got lefties warming up. And that one is outside for ball 1. 2-1 count. Hunter Brown about to deal his 89th pitch of the game. 2-1, 2 outs, 2 on. It's got a little bit too excited. Fastball straight down the middle, went right over top of it way too early. 2-2 from Hunter Brown. His 90th pitch of the game. And that is hit very well into center field. Moving back, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, and it will not. Astros stay alive and keep it a 1-score game. I'm guessing that was probably the last batter for Hunter Brown, though, after that. We will face Jose Altuve here for the second time. He seemed to chase a decent chunk in the first at-bat, as he still is right there. So we're going to throw him a couple pitches away here and try and get him. Soriano still working as he throws his 60th pitch of the game and strikes out Altuve. I believe that was his first strikeout of the game, I want to say. Carlos Correa now up. And here comes the 1-1 pitch from Soriano. No, ball. I'm going to challenge that. I think that might have just clipped the bottom of the zone. We'll take our first challenge of the game, and not quite. Oh man, that was close. That was really, really close. So we missed the challenge. We still got one more after this for later in the game if we want it. As we deal, and that is grounded up the middle, and that one sneaks through. I didn't honestly thought we could have gotten that, otherwise I would have dove. As Neto has fumbled it on the throw into second. Correa is got a one-out single. Goes Yainer Diaz, and that is hit into center, and he does have it. His fans really aren't very happy with with their team. I love it. Alrighty, Jake Myers, center fielder. He of course ran down that Nolan Shonowell hit to end the top of the fourth. Sweet deal. That one is crushed into right field, straight on a line, and we will throw way offline into third. That was not a good throw into third. Wow. 2 on, 2 outs. That'll bring up Cam Smith. As we deal. Strike one with the high sinker. We'll take another sinker here. We'll go low and away this time. 1-2, 2 outs. Popped up, and that should go foul. Dell, of course, not being able to quite get to that one. We'll throw him we'll throw this one a little bit away, and we get him to chase. And down he goes with another strikeout. That was 2 this inning. Then for Soriano, he is starting to really lock in here, and he is cruising. So we'll look back here at Soriano and that incredible pitch. That one was, that was the one who got Garcia, I believe. Or sorry, Smith. There we go. So that was the final pitch there of that inning. So we do have a new pitcher, Bennett Sosa. It is Bennett. It's Bennett Sousa, sorry, for the Astros. So we do have a lefty coming in. So it is early, but this is where I would consider making a switch at second base, potentially. Oswald Peraza for Christian Moore. But we're going to leave it for now. We'll let Peraza play so far in this game. If we get a lefty later in the game, and we're losing or it's close or whatever, then we'll bring him in. As Trout absolutely turns on the first pitch, and that one will be just foul. Oh, man. Slider that came right across the middle of the plate, and we got a little bit too excited. 1-2 pitch. And he got him on the low slider. Man. That is a disappointing result after that first pitch that we saw. And that will now bring up Josh Lowe. Of course, homered in his last at-bat.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
They're going to challenge that one. That might have been a strike. It's awfully close, and it will be overturned. The count is now 2-2. So Houston successful on their first challenge of the game. Josh Lowe, of course, he has a single and a homer today. Bennett Sousa. The 2-2. And that one's hit the other way on that slider again. That is a nasty slider. Decent chunk of break, but once again, he threw it right over the middle. And we'll do this all over again. The 2-2, 1 out. Bennett Sousa deals. And there's that slider again. He gets Josh Lowe as well on that nasty slider for his second strikeout of the game. Here comes Joe Adell. He's 1 for 2. He's got a RBI double in the first. He got our first one on the board. Righty versus lefty here. We'll see how he can do against Bennett Sousa with this nasty slider. There it was again. Call stands. And we are out of challenges. Oh, man. That slider is so nasty, and it looks like we are going to be popping out here, and we're also out of challenges, too. This game somewhat unraveling offensively here. Bennett Sousa shuts us down. Or Soriano's getting auto bullpen. Why is auto bullpen management on? Hold on. I'm going to turn that off. In that case, we are going to sit down and sit down. So who do we think we want to bring in here? Potentially a little bit later. Looking at their lineup, it's primarily righties, so ideally a righty. Jordan Romano. Oh, I have not changed this to... I did not update this. He should be our closer, I think. No? Okay, whatever. We'll fix this later. Chase Sileth. Silseth? You are going to be stretching and tossing for us. And he will most likely come in to replace Soriano. Most likely in the next inning, unless this one kind of goes off the rails.
As that Pena lines out to Sean over at first.
Jordan Alvarez will be the next one up. We're going to try and get him to chase low here. 1-1, deals. He does chase low, but he gets a piece of it. So we're going to bring him inside here. 1-2, popped up.
Popped up to third. And we got it. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Very solid inning so far from Soriano.
So we're going to drop this one low again against Paredes. Strike one. And yeah, I was going to say, he's going to challenge that. That will most likely get overturned, I think. Oh, that is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. So the Astros will lose a challenge there on a pitch that literally clipped about the smallest bit of the plate you probably could. Or the smallest little bit of the strike zone, I would assume, that you could possibly hit. So we're going to throw him that same pitch again. 2-2 count. And he rips it into right field. And Joe Adele can track it down. And he will
do a bit of a roll out there, have a little bit of fun, and then chuck it into second. Isaac Paredes with a single. Christian Walker now up
0 for 2. And we deal, and he chases a low sinker there. 2-2 count now. So put up another sinker. We'll put it a little bit away, though, coming back in. And we got him looking strike 3.
And that is the end of the 5th inning.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so just taking a bit of a review here. This was the Adele. Not quite sure what that one was. What Adele hit that was. That was probably the RBI double, I'm assuming. And this was O'Hoppy's homer. Still don't know how that left the park. Don't know what is really in the air here in Houston. And then this is Lowe's. He just smoked that thing down the line. Absolutely crushed. This was Jordan. That was the RBI double for Jordan. Brian King is now in. I'm a little bit surprised they brought in Brian King, to be completely honest. Their other pitcher is doing really well. He only threw like 15 pitches too, so I don't know. Anyway, Brian King in to face Zach Neto to start us off here. 1-1 count. High fastball. To start us off, Neto is 0 for 2 so far in this game. He's hoping to get his first hit of the year here. 1-2. And is that a sweeper? Wow. He's got a solid chunk of break on his sweeper. 2-2. No outs. 5th pitch for Brian King. And that is fouled off on the high fastball. Man, if I got my PCI up and swung a little bit earlier, that could have been absolutely lethal. Anyway, Brian King. 2-2 once again. He got him. He got him. Another strikeout for Neto. He's had a rough day. Leon Moncada is the next one up. Interesting they brought in the lefty here with how many righties we have projected in this inning. 1-1 deal, and smoked down the line, grabbed by Correa, and he should be able to get him, and he does. 2 outs.
Up next for the Angels, catcher
Logan O'Hoppy, he's hitting 500. I believe we're going to get a review back here into the 2nd inning of how on earth he hit this ball out. Really could not tell you from that angle. I still don't know how that was a homer, but I'll take it. Because that one run, well, I mean, that homer isn't the difference, but it is a 1-run difference, so if we didn't get that, then it would have been a very different story. 1-1, 2 outs, fouled off from O'Hoppy. But that high fastball once again. This guy's got a 4-seam, sweeper, sinker, and circle change. Haven't seen the circle change just yet.
Nope, ball.
Another 4-seamer. Olkert and Munoz in the bullpen here, lefty and a righty, so 2 more going. So they're going to be really moving through their relief pitchers here, I think, at this rate. And the deal from King on the 2-2, fouled off again on that fastball. He's throwing that fastball a lot. He's only thrown the fastball in this at bat. He's thrown it quite a bit this inning. So he has 15th pitch of the inning. If he can get us here, that would be huge for him. And we foul it off again. It's that high fastball. We're going to step out, get a bit of a breather here. Hopefully we can recenter. I mean, 1, 3, and 4 all would have been strikes there that we fouled off.
And that one's low. There's the sinker. And we got a 3-2 count. We're really running up his pitch count here, making this quite a long at-bat. This will be a 6th pitch of the at-bat now. And that one, oh man, I could have got so much more on that. Just got slightly under it. With that swing, I think if the PCI was slightly higher, that could have gone straight out of the park for a Hoppy second of the game. But it doesn't. Altuve, Correa, and Diaz do up here. We'll leave Soriano in for now. But he won't be in for long. Chase Silseth will be warming up for us. We are also going to stretch and toss for Ben Joyce. Starting off with the 4-seam for Altuve. Silseth will probably be coming in. Really? That was a ball? Oh yeah, I guess that was a lot higher than I thought it was, to be honest. Soriano on the 2-1.
That's a ball.
3-1 now. Don't really know why we want to throw that right down the middle to Altuve, but whatever works. And I mean, it does work. 3-2. Sinker, we're going to throw that low and away. Sinker, 3-2 count. We got him to chase. And we'll throw that to first and get him out. 1 gone on the strikeout from Soriano. Check on Silseth. He's almost ready here. Carlos Correa is up, and we are going to bring in Silseth here. So we'll go for a mound visit, and we'll pull Soriano after 102 pitches. He had a really, really solid game, and Chase Silseth will come in for us. Very, very solid outing from Soriano for day 1. My practice, it went a lot worse, so I'm quite happy that was so solid. Anyway,
Number 63, Chase Silseth.
Chase Silseth. That is how you pronounce his name, I guess. We're not going to do any warm-ups here. So we're going to be starting off here with a 1-1 count against Carlos Correa. No one on and 1 out. He will ground that one over to first on the first pitch. And we will tap the bag, and we got 1 out. Or 2 outs, sorry. So Silseth, he features a 4-seam sweeper, splitter, and sinker. That's a pretty solid combo, I'd say, of 4 pitches, especially in a reliever. As that is strike 2 on Yanier Diaz. Silseth starting strong for his 5th pitch. And that is grounded to first again. And that will be the inning. Silseth gets out in just 5 pitches. 2 batters and 5 pitches. Very, very solid outing thus far for him through that first inning. Stephen Okert will be the first one up. I'm going to warm up Ben Joyce. And Kirby Yates can stretch and toss here. So we're in the top of the 7th. Ideally, we can get Silseth through the bottom of the 7th. Bring in Joyce for the 8th. And go from there. As Soler swings on the first pitch and skies it to center. Myers, I believe. Jake Myers, I believe, is playing center for them. And that will be the first out. Stephen Okert is another lefty as well. I would consider bringing him in here, but I'm not going to bring in Christian Moore for this game, I don't think. Unless something drastic happens, and that makes me think I should have. Oswald Peraza pops it straight up back to Okert. And 2 gone just like that. Dylan Shawnoel. Okert's worked through 2 batters in 8 pitches. Lefty on lefty duel here, so we'll see what we can do with that.
Nope,
That one goes away. Ball 2. So 2-1 count to Nolan Shawnoel. Deals. High fastball, we bit. Thinking it would drop, and it did not. But we still got a piece of it. 2-2. Deals to Shawnoel. Oh, just got out front of it. I thought that was a fastball coming out of his hands, and he gets the strikeout, and he is through the 7th. We'll leave Silseth in. Hopefully he can get through at least most of this inning is the goal. He'll face Jake Myers to start us off here, as he will foul off the first pitch. It's a 2-2 count now. Throw the 4-seam. We'll throw him low and away here on the 4-seam. Deals. And that one is no good. We'll go 4-seam again. He seems to really use his 4-seam quite a bit. Silseth deals, and he almost got him. And that is the first walk of the game, I believe, issued by the Angels. Not great. This isn't the greatest position to be in here, to be completely honest. Ben Joyce, we're going to have him ready and waiting. We'll have a ready-on-ready matchup. Cam Smith versus Silseth, as he will watch strike 1 go straight by him. And he will pop up the next pitch straight to second base, and we got him. First out. Danger spot here, of course, with the tying run on base. Jeremy Pena, he's been really, really good today. We start him off with a sweeper down low. Runner is going.
We're not going to get him. Not quite.
That was a fastball. I'm pretty sure we could have got him, but that negates the double play. If there wasn't any to come. And we got Pena chasing on 2 strikes here. Trying to finish him off with a high fastball. And we got him. Jeremy Pena goes down swinging and brings his solid day to a 2 for 4 on that one there. Now, 2 outs. Yordan Alvarez, righty versus lefty. Bit of a bold call to leave Silseth in here. I think if we walk him, this will definitely be his last batter, I think. And that one is fouled back. I really don't like throwing the 4-seam there, so we are going to throw it down and away. Deals and fouled off. He wants another fastball down and away. We'll try it again. Not quite. 3-2. We'll go fastball. We'll chuck it low and close. What can he do? And he got him! Silseth. Chase Silseth strikes him out. That is a huge strikeout here in the 7th. As we end the 7th, 3-2, and that will have been his last batter. I believe it will be Ben Joyce bringing in as Brian Abreu comes in for the Astros. It's like their 5th pitcher of the game. As we got Mike Trout up. He's 0 for 3. Bit of a struggle fest so far. Ben Joyce, you'll be scheduled to pitch. And then, yeah, I believe Kirby Yates will be our closing pitcher for this game. That's what he is in game. The pitching rotation just got a little bit messed up there. Mike Trout up against Brian Abreu, though. Righty on righty. And he will see ball 1. 2-1 count on Trout. No hits yet today. Oh, man. That came back in. That would have been a nice pitch to hit. 2-2 on that sinker. Deals. And that one is hit into right field. I don't think that'll be enough. It might get down, though, still. And no, it does not.
Not quite. First out here of the top of the 8th inning, as Josh Lowe is now up. And we're going to get a flashback to the 3rd inning. The last time we scored a run, and he just
absolutely smoked this one
out into right field. And it just banged off the pole. And that is the winning run as of right now. Or it was the go-ahead run, or it wasn't even the go-ahead run at the time. We were up 2-1 then, made it 3-1. But then, of course, they got a run back.
This is a very, very tight game. Josh Lowe, he's had a good game, though, so far. As we'll swing through the first pitch at a high fastball there. 1-2 the count, 1 out. 9th pitch coming from Brian Abreu here. And that is a sinker down low. We got a little bit too far ahead of it. And a little bit on top of it, too. Okay. Deals, and that was a fastball in a very dangerous spot, but unfortunately we did not get quite enough onto it. And that will be the 2nd out of the inning. They got away with one there, I think. They did get a little bit lucky. I'll give them that. Joe Adell. What can he do? He's hit .333 in this game. He's 1 for 3. It's the deal from Abreu, and he takes ball 4.
That is the 3rd walk issued by the Astros in this game. That brings up Zach Neto,
who has not had a good game so far. 0 for 3. Abreu deals. Oh, man. Too far ahead of it again. I always think it's going to be a fastball when I see it come into that position. But, once again, he's lucky that was a slider. If that was a fastball, it would be long gone as Neto strikes out for at least the 3rd time in this game. Man. Because there was the fastball that we were looking for. We will still bring Ben Joyce into this game. And we are going to skip through this. And we are going to warm up Kirby Yates to be our closer. Alrighty. Fastball high against Isaac Paredes. Paredes? I'm going to get that confused so many times. I'm happy we're only playing the Astros once today. As he strikes out Paredes right away. Good start for Ben Joyce. Christian Walker, the next one up. He's 0 for 3. He'll be due for a hit here pretty quick. As he sends it straight to 3rd
on the first pitch, and we got him.
And that brings up Jose Altuve, who will represent potentially the 3rd out of this inning here as he watches strike one. And we'll give him a fastball low and away.
And he swings straight through it. Strike three. And that is the end of the 8th. Joyce strikes out 2. That is a great showing from him. We are going to schedule Kirby Yates to come into this game and try and close it out for us in the bottom of the 9th.
Top of the 9th, though, Yohan Moncada leading it off. He's 1 for 3 thus far in this game. And he watches a low strike. This is the first time they haven't switched their pitcher at the start of the inning, Houston. In 3 or 4 innings now, I want to say. Maybe even 5 since they pulled Walker. Start. 2-1 count to Yohan Moncada. 23 pitches already for Abreu, and that sinker, we swing straight over top of it. And the 2-2, and we just got a piece of it, and they fumbled it at second. Can we get there safe? He beat it out on the error from Jose Altuve.
Catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
All right, Logan O'Hoppe up with a runner on. I'm not going to pinch run there at all. Actually, we might. Who do we have who can hop in there at second? Who can play third base? Can you play third? Secondary positions. He can play third. He has much better speed. We're going to bring Christian Moore into this game. Someone I said I wouldn't bring into the game, but now we are to pinch run if need be. A little extra run support would not hurt. 73 speed there over on first now. And that will be a 3-1 count here on Logan O'Hoppe. Abreu falling behind. This will be his 30th pitch. And it is ball 4.
They got first and second with no out. I'm guessing they're probably going to bring in someone new here. And they do not. Jorge Soler is the batter up. I'm going to check his bunt stats because I would not complain about dropping a bunt down the first base line right about now. But I don't think that's what we're going to do. We're going to play this one out. Ooh, that was a bit high for my liking, honestly, but whatever. 1-2. Runners on first and second, top of the 9th. We lead by 1. A big hit here could give us a little bit extra breathing room as we do stay alive there on that high slider. 1-2 pitch. And it goes high for ball 2. We'll take time. Take a second here.
Jorge Soler against Brian Abreu. 2-2 count. Runners on first and second. No outs here in the top of the 9th. Both runners in motion.
And that will be sent straight up the middle. And that will not score a run. Why didn't Christian Moore go? I'm so confused on why Christian Moore did not go home on that. He definitely had the speed to do so. The fact that he was stealing second drew, I believe, the second baseman away from where he's supposed to be playing, which is where that ball would have gone. I have no clue why we didn't go home here. We have Oswald Peraza. Do we have a better hitter? I
don't really have a choice at this point. 1-1 count. And that one is skied
into right field, and this should be a run. Christian Moore, he will tag up. And will he get in? Yes, he will. We have a 4-2 lead with runners on the corners and 1 out in the top of the 9th. Christian Moore, great running skills. I'm very happy we pinch ran him there because we would not be getting that pinch or that sac fly there. 1 out for Nolan Shawnuel.
Runners on the corners. Abreu up to 41 pitches. I'm surprised he's still in, because that one's low. Not a ton of speed on first, otherwise I could send him in hopes for an error and get that 5th run in. Abreu deals, and he fouls it off.
Shawnuel fouls it off. So 23 pitches this inning.
I'm shocked he's still in. And that one will be ripped
into right field, caught, and we're going to try and tag up. This is a great arm in right field, holy, but he is safe. 5-2. On back-to-back sac flies. And we have opened this game up a little bit more here, and that will be it for Brian Abreu. As I'm sure, I don't think he'll get the loss officially unless the Astros tack on 1 or 2 here in the bottom of the 9th. But that is not a great way to end it for Brian Abreu.
Number 39, Hayden
Wesneski. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that one again. Wesneski. Okay. I'll try my very best.
Hayden Wesneski. I'm already messing it up. Against Trout. Trout's 0 for 4. I didn't think he would get another at-bat in this one. To be completely honest, 2 outs against Hayden Wesneski. As that is ball 1. Or sorry. Ball 3.
3-1 count. 2 outs.
Can Trout draw a walk here, potentially? Let's see what kind of pitch we get. We should get a decent one here to hit.
And we do, and that is smoked. Deep left field. Mike Trout has ended this game. Over the train tracks and out of this park, 418 feet. He homers off of the first batter, or homer for the first batter that Hayden Wesneski sees. And that should put, I don't want to say put the nail in the coffin in this game, but that has given us a massive berth here. And we can cancel Kirby Yates coming into this game, I think. We are just going to put him as ready and waiting just in case we need him. But I don't think we will. He left the fastball straight down the middle.
Cannot do that against Mike Trout, and we have really opened up this game here in the 9th.
And that is going to go straight up the middle. Once again, Josh Lowe, this nightmare inning for the Astros is continuing. Man, Wesneski has not had a good start. Of course, he's mandated to face at least one more batter here.
And it will be Joe Adell. A 1-1 count. Here comes Wesneski's pitch. Oh, man.
Oh, if I just reacted a little bit sooner to that, I could have crushed that one.
1-2 for Wesneski against Adell here. 2 outs, runner on first. Deals, popped up.
From Joe Adell. Not quite enough on it. That probably would have been called a strike anyway. But we will go to the bottom of the 9th, and it's not nearly as close as it was going into the bottom of the 8th. So, makes me feel a lot better. Correa, Diaz, and Myers due up for the Astros.
Leading off for the Astros, third baseman, Carlos Correa.
Correa takes strike 2. Joyce still in, of course. He had a phenomenal outing in the bottom of the 8th, and he continues that as he strikes out Correa. First out here in the bottom of the 9th. Of course, we're going to try and save our pictures as much as we can here. That's why we're not bringing in our closer for this game. As Joyce will keep going, and oh man, that fastball is a lethal pitch from Ben Joyce. Low sinker against Yanier Diaz. Fouled off. And we'll see a fastball low now, see if we can get him on that. And that'll be grounded to third, batted down. There will be no play. But he did bat it down. Base hit for Yanier Diaz, though, is what it is ruled. We'll throw that same low pitch to Jake Myers. And he smokes this one. Deep left field. The Astros have responded. They're within 3. Jake Myers, on the first pitch he sees, sends the train moving down the tracks. The Astros are within 3. They have a bit of life. But do they have enough? So this might be where we consider bringing in the other pitcher here. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to bring in Kirby Yates. He is ready and waiting. He is going to come into this game to try and shut it down here. Ben Joyce had a great outing versus his first 4 batters. Almost his 5th, and then gave up a homer on his 6th. So that will be the end of the day for Ben Joyce. Overall, pretty solid outing, though, minus that homer. And that will bring in Kirby Yates. He's got 3 pitches. He's got a 4-seam, splitter, and slider. The slider we are going to be chucking down low to start us off here. Actually, that looked more like a 4-seam. And that one will go foul against Cam Smith. So we'll throw a fastball away, and we got him. Strike 3. Astros need to pile on 3 here to tie, but they only have 1 out, but they're back in the place where they would want to be able to do it. Jeremy Pena. We throw him a low fastball to start off here.
That's a ball.
Ooh, that one was awfully close. We're going to throw him another inside fastball here, 3-1, and he takes the walk. The Astros once again have life with a base runner. With the tying run on deck, Yordan Alvarez, exactly the guy you don't want to face in this situation. 1-1 count. He smashes one foul. Make it 1-2. The Astros are down to their final strike. He'll be seeing a fastball, top left, and he swings through it. Angels take game 1 on opening day and upset the Astros with a shock 9th inning. It isn't even a comeback, really. It's just more of a 9th inning rally to tack on. How many more did we tack on? 4 more? To open it up. Astros get 2 back, but the Angels just barely, or not really just barely, but we hung on. We got the win. The pitching came through for us today. We did give up 9 hits, no errors though on our side. Overall, pretty solid game overall. But that is it for opening day. We will be back next week, next Friday, for even more Angels franchise. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you want to see any player lock from anyone, if you want us to focus on any certain players or prospects or anything like that. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see weekly MLB The Show 26 content. Follow us on Twitch as well. That's where we stream everything before it is posted. And we will see you next time. Peace.